कर लो।
Some Osho followers gathering in Jantar Mantar to protest against own organization. So why are you gathering in Jantar Mantar?
We are protesting to demand an investigation on the money laundering done by the Osho International Foundation. We have evidences to present to the government, and we demand that there should be a thorough investigation and that money should come back to India.
What kind of proof do we have?
Few things. One recent one is there's one German sannyasi, Vajra. She gave approx 3.5 crores Indian rupees to take one room in Osho Ashram, Pune, as a membership. Now that money, which Pune Ashram is run by the trust, that money was transferred in a private company which is owned by the Osho International Foundation chairman Swami Jayesh and Swami Amrito, who is the vice chairman. So same the chairman and vice chairman with the name on the passport are the trustees or not the owners of the company in the Hong Kong. So this is one small approx 3.5 crores evidence. Other than that, you would know that Osho, this is a small one. I'm explaining you the 1,900 crores money, which is the money laundering of that.
We can say that ghost money.
Ghost money, yes, or whatever the trustees need to explain. The Osho International Foundation filed one petition in the Charity Commissioner Pune in the Corona duration that they need to sell a major part of the ashram because they do not have fund to run the ashram because in the COVID they did not generate the income. Now you all would know that Osho books you must have read, you must have heard about Osho audios, videos. They are sold on a very good price. Like if you buy Srimad Bhagavad Gita from Gita Press, the book will be of 100 rupees. But if you buy Osho book, let's say even Meditation First and Last Freedom or any other book, they cost more than 500 rupees, 600, 700, like that, 800. Like there's one book for meditation for busy people. It costs substantially, it's a very small book. So thousands of crores of money Osho International Foundation has in one side. Another side, in the Charity Commissioner Mumbai, they are giving reason to sell Osho ashram is they do not have fund, which nobody will believe. They give a reason that we need 7 crore for maintenance for the cleaning of the ashram every year. For what 7 crore is needed? They said in the Corona duration they need that kind of money. In the Corona duration there were no there were no laborers because laborers were out. Like you take an estimate, like let's say even 200 laborers if they are working, they will be very visible.
You want to say it's only paperwork?
It's all paperwork, but I'm showing you like anybody can think that much. 200 people working every day. If you pay them 500 rupees, how much it would be? 10,000? Now that 10,000 will be 30,000 for the 10,000 into 30 will be 3 lakh for the month. 3 lakh into 6 months will be what? 18, and 12 months will be 3 into 12 is 36 lakh. So 36 lakhs is that if 200 workers working every day, there were only guard and few people, there were nobody. So when we have nobody in Corona time working, where is that money gone? So we want a thorough investigation and we want that money to come back, and that money should be spent on doing good to the world in spreading meditation, not for these trustees eating it.
Swamiji, you have so many Osho Ashram and committee. But you should go ED office, you should go CBI office, you should go Prime Minister office. Why are you in here, Jantar Mandir?
Before, a lot of emails were sent to various people. Now, I'll tell you, Maharashtra's governor has written to lodge an FIR, but for this money laundering of the sannyasin, German sannyasin Vajra asking for the room and that money going to Hong Kong. For that, Maharashtra governor has written on it. But a FIR was not lodged. So you can think that there is something involved, otherwise why the police will not lodge an FIR on such a clear matter?
What kind of mechanism?
We will, you ask for the, we will be going to the ED office, yes, we will present the facts to them, we will present to the CBI, and this is our plan after when we go from here. We will be going to Honorable Prime Minister's office as well and submitting these documents, and also to the Honorable Home Minister and also to the Honorable Finance Minister, and presenting these facts to them.
I heard various fees, like entry fees. So please explain to my viewers what kind of fees, entry fees.
What could be more harsh than this, that even you want to go into the samadhi of your guru, and that samadhi you have to pay, like if you are a foreigner you pay 3,000, and if you are a Indian then you pay approx 1,000. So this is just like a huge fee just to go for a samadhi and come back, just to have darshan. In any other religion, I don't hear this, I don't see this, that you want to have darshan of your guru and you have to pay fee. There could be somewhere a VIP darshan or any arrangement like that, but nowhere that kind of fee is there. So even to enter you pay, even to attend meditation you pay lakhs of rupees. Even
did you pay ever?
I paid. Whenever, like even I have to go in, I have to pay, otherwise I can't enter. To attend meditation of any group, I have to pay lakhs of rupees. To eat food, I have to pay like a 5-star hotel.
What is
can't be like something like poor people can also meditate over there, some arrangement for that. In 2012, they gave one property called Sanai to another trust as a gift, Darshan Trust, in which the same trustees were the members, saying that this property is extra for us, and because it's a extra property, we need to spend money to clean it and maintain it, so we are giving gift. Just imagine the property next to Osho Ashram, where the most wealthiest people of the Pune they live, that property they gave as a gift. So I told them that why don't you start this property where the poor people can also meditate. Why they're giving gift? Who gives the gift of such expensive property? This means there is a under table deal. So this right now they're saying that we have the losses. So for the losses to cover, we have to sell the ashram property. Now this crossed the line, and this is really too much. Now the Godrej owner, Rahul Bajaj's son, the Rajiv Nayan Bajaj, the Bajaj Autos owner, he quoted 107 crore for the property, already paid 5 crores in advance, and we request Rajiv Nayan Bajaj not to purchase it, he can purchase something else.
Swamiji, what is your last message for trustee and government?
I request government to start an inquiry in this money laundering and bring back this money, and to trustees remove the charges to have darshan of Guru's Samadhi or to meditate in Guru's Samadhi, remove the charges to enter the ashram, third, remove the charges on meditation, fourth, have the food which poor people can also afford, and fifth, by the 1% of the income they have, the deposit they have, whole ashram can run very well, even 0.01%, I would say.